It's a nice afternoon for us around southern Colorado, but it is a bit on the breezy side, and it is somewhat cooler than it was at this time yesterday afternoon. 68 degrees of current temperatures. We look from the overhead door company camera, Powers and Galley in Colorado Springs. Winds out of the south-southeast at 7 miles per hour. Temperatures around the rest of the region are sitting in the 60s and 70s for most. There are some upper 50s around as well. That's the case as you head down to the southern I-25 corridor, 57 in Trinidad, 56 in Springfield, 63 in La Junta and Lamar, 67 in Pueblo, 69 in the Springs, 67 at Canyon City, 76 is the warm spot. And no, that's not the temperature in the southeastern plains. It's actually the reading at this hour in Salida, 73 in the San Luis Valley at Alamosa, 61 currently in Leadville. Pueblo, 6th Street and Midtown Circle with a Pueblo Chieftain studio camera. Winds out of the south-southeast at 10 miles per hour here. You saw those temperatures were sitting in the 60s. It is breezy all around the region, not only in Pueblo and in the Springs, as we showed you a second ago, but also in the southeastern plains. Those wind turbines down there at Gobbler's Knob getting a workout with the winds sustained at 15 miles per hour at Springfield, 13 at La Junta, 12 at Lamar, 13 at the Pueblo Airport, 18 at the Springs Airport. It's not as windy in the mountains as it is in the southeastern plains and along the I-25 corridor at this hour. As we look at what's happening now around the western part of the nation, as we go through our next 48 hours, we begin to see a few showers and storms pop up in portions of Arizona and New Mexico. That is the moisture from Odile, which by that point will begin to weaken as she continues to push across the Baja California Peninsula and also pushes her way over colder water with somewhat less favorable conditions in the upper levels of the atmosphere. So we're going to continue to see that chance for showers become much better as you go into portions of southern New Mexico, southern Arizona. That spreads its way to the north into Colorado later on this week. When you combine that with a front which will make its way through the region, that leads to a decent chance for some rain, especially in the mountain locations as we go through our Thursday and Friday. And there you see those heavier showers off to the south of Phoenix down towards Tucson and point southward into northern Old Mexico itself. As you look at what's happening now in terms of the precipitation totals, we are going to see some precipitation over the next couple of days with these scattered showers and storms that are popping up behind the front that's making its way through the region this afternoon. It's not a huge amount except over to the west of the San Luis Valley and into the western part of the state where Skycast once put a nice bullseye of more than 2 inches over towards Durango. Lows tonight are going to be sitting in the 40s and 50s. There will be some 30s in the highest elevation locations, 49 at the Springs, 50 at Pueblo, and also at Canyon City, 40s and 50s as well in the southeastern plains. 7-day forecast then beginning in the Springs. High temperatures are going to be quite pleasant as we go through much of the remaining portion of the week until you get to our Friday, Saturday time frame when we begin to see them cool off as that front makes its way through the region. Highs by that point drop into the upper 60s and lower 70s after sitting in the lower 80s for the next several days. Pueblo, 7-day forecast, you push 90 for several days running. Then you drop back to the mid 80s on Friday with that front. Then it's lower to middle 70s Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Lows are going to be in the 50s. Canyon City, 7-day forecast for you. High temperatures topping out in the lower to middle 80s Tuesday through Thursday. Then it's lower 80s on Friday, lower 70s Saturday, Sunday, Monday with lows in the 50s for you also. Teller County, you'll be in the 60s and 70s across the board with lower 60s beginning Saturday, lasting into next week. Then we'll see that chance for the showers and storms. Decent chance on Saturday, best chance on Saturday. So not quite as good of a weekend as we saw last weekend as we go into this coming weekend. Cooler too.
All right. Thanks, Jay.